เ Well, here we go. Time to do another one of these. Now, before we start, I do want to say that I've encountered a little bit of a something from the online. And it was a news post that I was reading. Actually, after this, I'm probably going to go back to the restroom because I still have a bad stomach ache from whatever I was eating earlier today. But anyways, let me say this. So what I've been looking at on my phone was a set of news that actually caught my eye. Apparently, there is a rumor that says here Microsoft is preparing to buy Steam, well, buy off Valve and acquire Steam for about 16 billion. Behind this, inside of community.amd.com, it's by Big Al01, the volunteer moderator of the site, stating out what was said, probably, well, in any other news post, but it's probably from him. I can't really say this. I can't really say, but it's best to assume. Anyways, it says here Valve, the company behind Steam and games like Half-Life, Team Fortress 2, Half-Life, Team Fortress, and Counter-Strike, and even is rumored for a 16 billion Microsoft acquisition. Microsoft seems pretty hungry after its Activision acquisition, with a fresh and very hot prepare yourself rumor that the Windows and Xbox giant is preparing a $16 billion offer to buy Valve. Dior is a gaming focused content creator in the Counter-Strike gaming community, posting on X that Microsoft was reportedly preparing a $16 billion offer to buy Valve Corporation. Of course, if they bought off Valve, they'll buy off Steam pretty much. That's as much as I could probably even say. Hold on, I'm gonna try to see about getting this up onto the live stream as well. So put it like this: if Microsoft is planning to buy off Valve, then pretty much Xbox would have the biggest gaming giant of all time. What's good is that, well, I can't really say what's good. All I could say is what could be bad. Like, for instance, what could be bad is that Microsoft, much like how they ruined Rareware and Activision. Well, I'm not too certain about Activision, but they screwed up Rareware by milking the game franchises like the Banjo Kazooie series. I'm pretty certain when it comes to Steam, they're probably going to come up with some sort of special method to, I don't know, milk the Steam platform on the PC for PC gaming, basically. So the way I see it, it's gonna be bad underneath one certain condition that I get the feeling Microsoft is probably going to have a subscription service in order for in order it's just in order to milk the online for the PC. I mean, like they have that for the Xbox One, albeit $25 for 3 months is not like a lot, but it's something that I don't like doing very much often. But if they do the same thing to Valve, to Steam, nonetheless, then there's a good chance that you won't be able to play online for, I don't know, probably Team Fortress 2 as one of the few games as an example. That's if they do take over and if they do end up making the decisions as to what Valve/Steam should do. Much like how they made the decisions as to how Rareware should make their Banjo Kazooie games. And Activision, probably whatever Call of Duty games they're making. I can't really say for certain, but it is possible. Okay, let's continue reading. I don't know why Valve would consider this when they're a private company and no one knows exactly how much Valve is worth or how much money Valve makes each year. There are some estimates that see Valve pulling in over 10 billion per year in revenue, with Valve CEO Lord Gabe Newell reportedly has a net worth of over $4 billion. Now, that's a lot of money if you can ask me. And I don't know. If you consider how many games are on and sold through Steam on a yearly basis, and just some of the gigantic IP that Valve owns, like Half-Life, Counter-Strike, Team Fortress, Dota, and more, you'd think that $16 billion would offer to be a drop in the ocean compared to the gigantic $68.7 billion merger between Activision and Microsoft. How has that gone lately? I personally do not see or how or why Valve would want to sell when it is a money printer on its own forever. It doesn't have a board of directors. It doesn't even answer to shareholders. It answers to PC gamers. Microsoft would offer 100 billion to Valve, and yet I just can't see Gabe selling. I would probably agree on the sense to say that Gabe Newell should not be selling Steam because if he does, then as to the shareholders, that's the only thing that Microsoft will probably be answering to. Not the gamers. Lord forbid they don't really. Lord forbid they just don't really like fucking answering the gamers. Like look at the Halo series. Look at the most modern one, Halo Infinite, and let's look over here. Let's look over here. Banjo-Kazooie Xbox. I'm pretty certain we could find some games around here that are based on that. Okay, that's the original. That's not what I'm really looking for. I hate looking at Wikipedia, but let's look over it. So back then it worked with Nintendo and THQ. It makes sense because they're actually good studios. But meanwhile, it goes up to Xbox Studios in 2008. Let's look at what the so far the latest game that ever existed, and this is to say that it's the latest one, pretty much the same year as to how Midnight Club Los Angeles was released. Banjo and Kazooie, Nuts and Bolts. And what I could assume is that a lot of people didn't really like that game. Despite the fact that it took some of the gameplay into a different scenario, I don't think. Yeah, they most likely just don't like how it looks or how it plays or whatever may be the case. So far, after that game, we haven't gotten another Banjo Kazooie game. Hell, we haven't even gotten another sequel of Conquer, as far as I could say. I don't think they were plan. I don't think Rareware was planning to make another Conquer game, but you know, I feel like they could have before Xbox took over. Hmm. But yeah, nowadays we haven't even hear from Rareware, or better yet, known as Rare, from if they're making another game. Microsoft versus Rare, who really killed them. Hmm. Microsoft had entered back in the 2000s, maybe in 99. I don't really remember. I don't really know. But it was somewhere where before I was even born. That much I just have to say. Business cultures in both companies. Microsoft is a big studio, big place. Meanwhile, Rare is more secretive. Nuts and bolts is nuts and bolts back in 2008 is what convinced most of the people that old Rare was gone. Instead of being a platformer filled with collectibles, it just became a game about building cars. Corporate men from Microsoft, and while some employees do corroborate, I don't know what the hell is this saying. What? Whatever. The game's deep dive and Rare replay has employees stating clearly the game was Rare's idea, not Microsoft's. Uh, Warfield has been added to the fire by Rare's limited involvement in its own IPs. In 2013's reboot of Killer Instinct, and 2020's Battletoads, which had Rare's involvement, were noticeably handed to other companies to make. Seems like, in a way, Microsoft doesn't trust Rare with its own properties, always bringing in other studios to help. And certainly something that that lends a bit of credence to the idea that Microsoft is undercutting Rare. Given all the contrasting statements and poor decisions on both sides of the fence, it's hard to come with a definitive answer as to who killed Rare. Well, I don't know if Rare has been doing stuff like this on their own accord. I feel like at one instance it's probably Rare's. But I mean, Microsoft could be another set of douchebags that um could screw up one way or another. And right now, I feel like they're gonna do the exact same. Like they've done this with the Halo series. Like as soon as Bungie Studios was no longer making a Halo game after the third one, guess what they had to do? They had to get another studio, which is best known as 343, and 343 Industries, to make the game series a little bit more. Which of course we got the fourth game, which wasn't the really best, which really wasn't the best game, but a lot of some people thought it was all right. Fifth one was just like bad because a lot of people didn't like how the campaign has gone, and the fact that buying armor sets are just like pay for stupid crap like that. Like you gotta pay your real money or just spend hours upon hours just to grind that stuff. And let's look over at Halo Infinite real quick before we begin. Or actually before I go to the restroom. So when you look at Halo Infinite at a certain standpoint, there is this one for free, but it's mainly the multiplayer. And for this is they've done this for the Steam. They've done this probably on Epic, but they've also done this on Xbox, where it's basically DLC just to buy the campaign for Halo Infinite, which doesn't make any sense. If you're gonna, like, to me, it just doesn't make any sense that you separate these two things from each other. Would it not make more would it not make more sense just to put the game all together and just sell it for full price instead of just splitting it between online multiplayer and campaign? Like at some instance, I feel like it's not only 343 that has done this, but probably Microsoft. But for the most part, 343 was developing the game, so it's probably pinned more on 343. Halo made people. Dev team is full of bad ideas, horrible installment of the franchise. Can't say for certain because I haven't played through it. 18 real life dollars for a pair of knee pads, 14 for a pair of gloves and a new paint scheme, 8 for or a joke a dev made in 5 minutes in 2004. Hmm. How much to pay for just to progress like you could in every other Halo game? He's probably talking about they're probably talking about the online, or maybe even more so the story. Customization. Hmm. Game as a service model needs to die permanently. That's another problem. The game as a service. Let's see. I have service with no service. There's a lot of problems about that. So I feel like it's kind of a shaky thing. It's kind of a little bit shaky that it would probably be a rocky relation between you like Microsoft and Valve if Gabe Newell were to give up that. And plus, I don't even feel like they're going to do any proper updates to Team Fortress 2. If you think about it, I played Team Fortress 2 a few times before. Pray to me that a few months ago I haven't played it for a very, very long while because of all the dumb shit that's been happening inside of that game. And also considering the fact that some of my shits got stolen from my inventory because someone needed to commit an investigation and I never even got my shit back. It shouldn't take like a very long while just for that investigation to be done. Like holy fucking shit, man. At this rate, they just basically stole all of the stuff that they have, and now I just feel like I'm absolutely fucking empty or something like that. But anyways, my point is that there is a lot of things that could go wrong between Valve and Microsoft. And for the best of it, I feel like Gabe Newell should not sell the company to Microsoft, is what I'm trying to say. Because of whatever the problems that they will come up with. Yeah, that's as much as I could say. But without further ado, let's get into chaos theory. Because why not? Not gonna be able to. I'm not feeling like streaming anything else. Alright, so we were left off inside of the Manhattan area. The main objective is to sneak my way through those cameras. I think I should have dealt with that guy.
Nothing here. I'm sure there's nothing here.
Fisher, looks like Zerkezi has his own alarm system.
God damn it.
Careful.
How did I trigger that alarm? Could've sworn I'd done nothing.
Fisher, looks like Zerkezi has these doors mag-locked on a remote switch. You'll need to find the computer that controls the magnetic lock.
Where would I find that?
It's probably in that panic room he keeps hidden behind his bedroom.
What's that noise?
Come on. For Pete's sakes. It's not gonna be easy.
Who put the lights out? Lights busted.
Just when I needed to sneak my way around him. Let's try that again.
Switch that back on. I'm still here. I thought this was closed. I don't know what you're up to, but you better come out of there.
Pick a number between 1 and 10.
What? Oh, crap. 3.
Lucky guess. You get to live. Now tell me something useful, or we'll play another round.
Oh, God. The mag lock. The locked door to the roof.
What about it?
I think the computer that controls it is in the master bedroom on the top floor.
Thanks for the info. Well, that's not really helpful though, but still.
Transferred up from Peru. I was on the
Stick with us. We know how to get things done.
I know. Like I say.
Why are these lights out?
Come on.
Come on out!
I know I hear a light. I know I hear a camera.
That's the right dose.
Oh, I could have gone through the airspace. The air duct.
trap? Well, nice try, mister. We'll see how smart you really are. Okay, you're getting rattled. Say hello to my little...
Not quite how I imagined that was supposed to go. Oh shit. God damn it, there was a camera right there.
Come on, get the lights back on!
Who left this open?
Who's there? What's with the lights?
All clear.
No one here. No signs of disturbance. Hey, who killed the lights? This isn't good.
If you don't hear very much coming from me, I do apologize. I'm just trying to focus.
Someone's up to something. This isn't funny. Stop that! Get that light back on!
Right, get the body.
That pretty much confirms it. These records show Zerkezi has a long history of transactions with the MCAS Bank in Panama.
Is he the one who shipped the arms to Lacerda's goons?
It doesn't matter much now. We'll need to bring him in for a chat either way.
All right.
Gotcha.
Who?
Dvorak.
Where is he?
According to this, he's in the building next door. You can get there across the rooftop through the magnetically locked doors.
How do I get through the doors?
They're not magnetically locked anymore.
Thanks for the help.
If I even could. There's still some stinking cameras active.
How long have you known him? A long time. Long time. Since before this place. Since before Bosnia. Before Bosnia? Good lord. Is that... I thought I saw something. What the...
I think it screwed up at one point.
before this place. Before Bosnia.
Before Bosnia? Good lord. I knew he had connections, but...
Yep. Know him a long time. He treats us good, we do what he says.
Yes, yes, well, he sure treats us well.
Now you know too. You work for him. Do what he says.
Yes, well, certainly worth my while now, isn't it?
More than worth your while. It'll keep you alive, man.
Who switched the lights off here?
Good work, Fisher. That's one camera tapped. There should be 5 more.
I'll keep my eyes open.
I do apologize. Got the mountain cheese on snacks.
Good work, Fisher. That's 4 of 6 cameras tapped.
I'll keep an eye out for the other two.
Good work on the cameras, Sam. We'll have guys watching Zerkazy 24/7.
Always happy to keep the donut dippers busy.
Let's see. Locate the Vorak. Now, if you excuse me for a moment, I gotta go to the. I'll be right back. Alright. I do apologize. I was out for quite a bit, but I'm back. Let's get back into the action. Oh shit.
Shit, what was that?
No security detail for you.
What's going on there? Respond.
Right. To hide the body.
Is everything clear in your sector? What is that? Well, that's weird. We've got a man down. What was that? Is everything okay down there? Stupid damn thing is broken. Crap! Nothing! This is not good.
Ow! Max! Stop clawing onto my shorts. You're clawing onto my knee.